are proud, we feel honored, we are pleased that we can host the presentation of the 2013 Global Food Policy Report that has been issued by the International Food Policy Research Institute. Particularly, I'd like to welcome our distinguished panelist. First in order is Schengen Fan. He is the director of the International Food Policy Research Institute. He is really committed to the battle against the world food crisis, and we have met on several occasions. I'm very happy that you could make it and that you personally present the IFPRI report to this important audience. Then I'd like to welcome Stefan Schmitz. He is now the head of the special initiative of the German Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, A World Without Hunger. This is very important. This is a new initiative of the new Minister for Economic Cooperation and Development, and we are very, very happy that now agriculture, rural development and food security are high on the political agenda of German development cooperation, and I particularly welcome you to this panel. Dirk Messner, welcome to you as well. You are the director of the German Development Institute. And this institute is not only known for its very important contributions to science, but as well for its contributions to political advice, not only with regards to development cooperation, to environment policy, climate change, and as well. Again, welcome to this audience. Mr. Galitz, you are responsible for public and governance affairs of the BASF, one very important corporate in the value chain of agriculture. I'm happy that the private sector is represented on the panel today as well. Welcome to Berlin and to this audience. And Mr. Schneider. Mr. Schneider is responsible for development policy at the Deutsche Welthungerhilfe, a very big German non-governmental organization, my former employer, I have to say. And this organization as well is dedicated and committed to end hunger of the world, which is a very huge task. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I'd like to welcome Rajul Pandya-Lord. She is the head of staff and the head of the 2020 Vision Initiative of IFPRI, and she has moderated so many panels. I think what you did in preparing the last conference in Addis Abeba was a tremendous task, and you organized it, and according to the feedback I had from my colleagues, I think this was a fantastic task, and you will lead us through the panel this afternoon. Welcome to you as well. So let me make a few remarks only on the world food situation. Schengen Fan will do this more extensively after my introductory remarks. We know that the world's food situation is still a thing that will trouble us in future as well. So we know that the consumption patterns change, that population increase leads to higher demand, and we know that there are now other uses for crops and agricultural products, for instance, for the production of biofuel and so on. So the demand is ever increasing. And on the other hand, we know that the production side has its limitations. We know that the agricultural frontiers have been explored, that the use of improved seeds, the use of fertilizer, the use of new agricultural practices has its limitation in smallholder agriculture and so on. And this leads to the fact that not always the agricultural production is keeping pace with the growing demand. And the last but very important point is that political decision makers are not always convinced that investments in agricultural production and rural development are profitable for them, be it for the next election, because results are not very quickly visible. And to take long-lasting decisions, and we know this from German policies as well, it takes a lot of it needs a lot of convincing arguments for political decision makers that they really invest in agriculture and rural development, which is a long-term investment. IFPRI has done a lot in the last years to influence this, not only the public opinion, but as well to influence the decision making at the political level. It is doing a lot of analysis, it's doing a lot of publicity, trying to show what is the value of investments in agricultural production. And my opinion is, and the feedback what we have received, that IFPRI has done a very, very good job in these last years. And I think this has led to a growing commitment, to a growing level of information at the level of the political decision makers. This is very, very important, and the flagship report of IFPRI, the Global Food Policy Report, is one important instrument to inform the public, to inform political decision makers, and to give information and advice to those who are working in the practical development cooperation and the implementation of agricultural and development policies. So I'm very, very happy that this report is presented today in Berlin, and I'd like to invite Schengen to give us an overview about the report. Welcome, Schengen, and welcome once again to all of you.